Welcome to Howie Mandel Does Stuff, and with my co-host...
Jacqueline Schultz, who does stuff too. Notice how I hung my sign back up. If you're listening and not watching on YouTube, I hung my sign back up that says I do stuff too because I forgot my computer. And my computer...
What's on your computer?
I have on my computer, what's it called? A case? Like a hardcover case that says Jackie does more stuff.
No, I get that. I meant what is on, like what information is on your computer that you would normally bring it here for? What would you bring it for? Like,
I take notes. I work all week on stuff that I want to talk about.
So all the information and all the material that we're going to talk about on the podcast and all the plans and everything are on the on your laptop.
Yes.
Your laptop's at home.
Yes.
And instead of running back home to go get, we have the people who are listening or watching or turning it off now, you're not going to miss much because she forgot her laptop. So we have nothing, absolutely nothing. And you spent more time making a sign that says you do stuff too, when that could have been the time to maybe retrieve your laptop or call your husband at home who has your laptop and forward the information from your laptop to a laptop we have here at the studio. But no, you spent time creating a sign that says you do stuff. All the stuff that is not necessary for us to have stuff to talk about the stuff that's on the laptop.
You could do stuff too, Dad. It's called Howie Mandel Does Stuff. You should be doing stuff too. You have a lot of criticism right now about the stuff or the lack of stuff that I do. How about you? What are you doing?
No. You don't talk to your father like that.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to teach you a life lesson. This is a teachable moment. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is about. And what have I taught you?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. I would imagine there are people listening right now that have even prepared questions, prepared pranks. They're doing this is called how I am doing stuff. I'm complaining right now.
Yeah.
And you're doing nothing.
I'm listening.
You didn't show, but
stuff is very vague. I'm listening. That can be considered stuff.
I don't need you as a listener. I need the potty people as listeners. You are not here to listen. You're here to do. Do you remember anything that was on your laptop that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
I know what I want to talk about.
I do. I remember some of the stuff. I know I wanted to remind people to rate and review our podcast on Apple Podcasts, and they can go over to your Instagram and stuff and leave quote. I don't know. I had it all written down, but you can go and find our podcast and rate and review it, or go over to our YouTube channel and leave comments and stuff there. That was one of the stuff I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't prepare for this, but I will talk about things that I just saw. Did you watch the Logan Paul Mayweather fight?
Yeah. I don't know who didn't. Did anyone not? I think the question is, who did not watch the Logan Paul Mayweather fight?
Who are you asking?
Anyone in the back room? Is there any?
Did you guys all watch it, ladies? So tell me if you agree with me.
Just Mackenzie said no.
Mackenzie did not watch the Logan Paul Mayweather.
Who are you?
Mackenzie. That's really, as somebody who's in the podcast business, it's important to be informed of what. Do you know who Logan Paul is, Mackenzie?
Not necessarily, but I'm a pacifist, so.
But I'm a pacifist.
I'm against fighting.
You're against
you
fighting.
Don't really know Logan Paul? Doesn't he have a huge podcast too?
How old are you, Mackenzie?
Wait, you're on the Logan Paul with the network?
It's Cast.
It's Cast.
It's this
You work
network.
for Cast. Logan Paul has a podcast on Cast, and you don't know Logan
Mackenzie,
Paul?
have you heard of Joe Biden? Mackenzie. No, because she's a pacifist.
Yeah.
She didn't hear.
Obviously, I've heard of Joe Biden.
I know. I was just kidding. Anyway, Logan Paul, who is it was started on Vine, became a huge YouTuber, has been very controversial with his brother for years, doing things and crossing the line. The one thing I remember, the last controversy that he had was, which was horrible. I think it was someplace in Asia. He went into the forest and saw that, I think that's this hanging forest where people, he saw a guy who committed suicide hanging from a tree and posted that.
Yeah, on YouTube.
And to huge backlash and losing brands and everything. So,
But not just him wasn't the only one that got the backlash. YouTube also got the backlash because they allowed it to be posted and stay up on YouTube for a while before realizing that they should take it down. Yeah.
Everybody on YouTube, he's Team 10, right?
I think that's Jake Paul. That's his
Jake.
brother.
Well, there's 10 of them, or he's a maverick, and I don't know. Anyway, but I follow because I think that it's social media, and I think that's what's in the zeitgeist. So,
What's a zeitgeist?
What?
What's a zeitgeist?
The zeitgeist is not to be confused with what is the zeitgeist? The zeitgeist is like what's going on in the world, like just things that are happening around. I know you don't have to follow everything to know that what's happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless you're Mackenzie. Yeah.
Mackenzie, I can't believe you don't know who Logan Paul is. That's bothering me.
No, but I did watch the fight. I think there's a big difference too because Logan Paul had a lot of controversy. He was looked at kind of not as the greatest guy. I think
he called himself. He said, I'm tired. I don't want to be such a dick. He said that. Those are his words.
Right. So I think he turned it around a little bit. I don't know. I don't follow that much because I'm a parent and I'm focused.
Well, I do
so
follow.
Much. Okay.
I do follow. And so this may be a little bit controversial, but this is what I think. I think, first of all, for the first time, or maybe I shouldn't say that because YouTubing he took seriously. I think that he took fighting seriously. I think, a lot of things are clickbait. A lot of things are, for the internet. I think that, it's just about, is he serious about it or does he think this is going to get, 100 million views? I think, because I watched not only the fight, but I watched the pre-show, and they did this amazing, Showtime did this amazing packages from each of them, from Mayweather and from Paul. They did these talking about their journey to get to this. Remember, Mayweather is probably undeniably in the top 5 fighters of all time. And
at least the best of our generation.
Yours, maybe
my
not
generation,
mine.
my generation, yes. That's still fighting.
Yeah, I used to go to a lot of heavyweight fights, and I'm telling you, there's nothing more exciting. I was actually at the ring. I was sitting not far from ringside when Mike Tyson bit off Holyfield's ear. I was there. I was close enough to see that when he spit it out, I went, "Holy fuck! Is that an ear? Did he just spit his ear out?" I mean, I was that close. That was probably the scariest moment that I've had in public, in as far as, the audience kind of went nuts and everybody was throwing things into the ring and just escaping Vegas in that moment. There was a melee happening. It was horrible. But so I've seen a lot of great fights. I've seen a lot of moments. I've seen a lot of controversial things. What I have to say about the fight is I like Logan now so much more after the fight than I did going into the fight. But that being said, I didn't feel any of it was real.
Well, they fought.
He fought. Logan fought.
Mayweather just said, okay, like he was smart the way that he negotiated the deal and everything, because if he did lose, which I thought there was a possibility just because of how huge and young and everything Logan Paul is. I don't know fighting at all. I'm not an expert in fighting. I could be completely wrong, and you can argue with me. But I thought there was a possibility that Mayweather could lose just based on size and age alone. And the way that he did it was there wasn't going to be a winner, no matter what. He was still...
So to that end, this is what I believe, and having been to a lot of fights and watching a lot of fights, I thought that Logan was taking it really seriously. And I thought that Logan had won and gotten what he needed just by...
You thought he won?
Wait, just by signing the contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that he achieved the ability where, the greatest fighter in the world, the GOAT, as they call him in that area in boxing, would sign on. But then when you listen to Mayweather, the money team, it's a no-brainer. He said, I'm quick, I'm fast. He goes, he may have the height, he may have the youth, he may even have the strength. What he doesn't have that I have is the skill, and the skill that has been honed over many, many decades and many, many years. And that skill, and Mayweather is really known for that, is the ability to avoid. And I mean, if you watched it really in some of the playbacks, that there was a shot, and you just watch him. He's like a little mosquito, he just backs up. No, but it is. He just buzzes around. Logan looked so tired, and Mayweather looked like he had done nothing.
Hi, everybody. You want to know something? You can't see me because you're looking at me from the waist up, but on the waist down, I'm very comfortable. You know why? Because of MeUndies, where they believe that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin. This feels like my skin. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, they're on. I thought I was going commando. That's how comfortable they are. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, but they also give you the endless styles to choose from. It's total comfort inside and out. Do you have any anecdotes about your undies, Jackie?
I mean, it might be a little bit inappropriate.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
About
I don't want to.
My dad.
I know. I don't want you to.
But they are comfortable. I do wear them. I do love them. They come in all different shapes, colors, designs. So I am a huge fan.
You can get them in classic colors or ridiculous prints. It's all so you can fully express yourself in your own unique way. And MeUndies are available in a range of sizes from extra small to 4XL. Never leave your couch again with a MeUndies membership, a monthly subscription that sends new pairs right to your door. Each month, you'll choose new undies, socks, and a bralette, and you'll pick the style, the color, the print that feels the most to you. That's fun, right? Please enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. Love your butt and get the membership. Tell them about the offer, Jackie.
Okay, so MeUndies has a great offers for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. To get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/Howie. That's MeUndies.com/Howie. Guess what? It's that time of the podcast again where I rave about my cereal. It's Magic Spoon time.
You know it's weird. You're always more excited about your breakfast before you come in than even just seeing your father.
It's true. Well, you don't come in amazing flavors like chocolate and peanut butter. So I am excited about Magic Spoon, which I've said a million times before, and I've told you I eat it every single morning. I never miss a morning, and that's because it's super healthy. It has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net gram carbs in each serving, plus only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free, and there's a variety pack of 4 flavors like cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. So, Dad, maybe if you came in one of those flavors, I'd love you as much too.
I'm frosted.
Yeah, you're a little fruity. You're a little fruity. So mixing cocoa with peanut butter tastes exactly like a peanut butter cup. It tastes exactly like regular cereal from your childhood, but it's super nutritious. It's guilt-free. It's delicious, but super healthy cereal that really brings joy to your mornings or afternoons or whenever you want to eat it. Sometimes I even eat it at night before I go to bed. So go to magicspoon.com/Howie to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code Howie at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Howie and use the code Howie to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode. There's now all over the internet, I don't know if you saw it, and Logan came out and talked about it, but all over the internet now, they're saying that Logan actually got kind of knocked out and Mayweather held him up to keep going the extra rounds, the all 8 rounds.
Well, that's what
Did
I'm
you see
saying.
that?
So I'm saying that what he did was they both created an amazing payday. but that wasn't a real fight. And it wasn't a real fight because of Mayweather. Mayweather said, okay, I'll take $100 million. I'll avoid getting hit in the face because nobody has the skill to really knock me down, and I'll get sweated up. He didn't even practice the way Logan practiced. I would do what Mayweather did. Logan won what he needed because he's got the notoriety and he had the clickbait of just being able to show up in the ring and make it 8 rounds. But it's not really making it 8 rounds of, Mayweather at the top of his game. This is Mayweather just allowing him. First of all, there's not a lot of tape on Logan. When these fighters, it's kind of like football. When these fighters go in, the way they train for it is they watch every move of the opponent and they kind of know what to watch for. And they train specifically for that fight. He couldn't do that. But he didn't even, he kind of, and maybe it was just a package I was watching on Showtime, but I see my son there. Alex, did you watch the pre-show? On the pre-show, Logan was like, it was like the movie Rocky, where he was just working out and killing himself. And I've never seen a guy in better shape. And he was a huge guy. And then every time he went to Mayweather, he goes, I'm just going to have fun here. This is, he's sitting around his house. I saw him at his skating rink. He has a skating rink. He's skating a little bit. Then they cut back to Logan, who is running and sweating and smashing and fighting and sparring. And then Mayweather goes, look at all the money I made. They showed him at his strip club.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, he didn't, even in the preamble to that, Mayweather never took it really seriously. Logan took it seriously, but Logan didn't know what he was getting into. Mayweather knew what he was getting into and go, if you want to give me $100 million to just stand around and I will give you a show. And I believe that maybe he stood him up. I believe that maybe he didn't give him that power punch that would have knocked him over. Because
doesn't he get more money if he went all 8 rounds? Did he get more money for going the entire?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Think so.
But you should see this. Have you seen the video that I'm talking about that's going viral? I think it started going viral today or maybe yesterday. But I think that Logan for sure got knocked out. Logan says no. We can play the video and show you.
Knocked out? I don't know that he was knocked out. Knocked out.
He was limp. Like if Mayweather did not
tired.
hold it. No, it was right after a punch. If Mayweather did not hold him up, I think he would have been down.
It's that picture right there where he was against the ropes. Logan was against the
ropes.
No?
Right? No. You have Alex knows what video I'm talking about, and it's what's going viral, and Logan Paul actually commented on it today and said it wasn't true.
What's not true?
That he didn't ever black out. He would have never gotten knocked down. He would have never hit the ground. And I think
as somebody who has been knocked out or passed out, you don't know when you are. You really don't know. You can't be that.
Is this the video that I'm talking about?
That's Simone Biles. You can't, don't click on Simone Biles. She won the champion. That's Simone. How are you mixing Simone Biles up with Logan Paul? Is that Mackenzie?
I know.
That's
it's
Simone
on
Biles.
Perez Hilton. Posted it earlier today. So if you want to go to Perez Hilton's Instagram to look at the video I'm talking about. But I agree with you. Everything.
But I think the fight was a put on. There, you're talking about there.
Yeah, look, he totally held him up. He did one hit.
There it is. There's the hit. Logan is falling down. You're right. You're right.
He would have gone down.
You're right. I didn't even see that. So, okay. So not only am I saying that it was Mayweather was just playing a game. Logan was doing it. He held him up and he helped him put on the show. And I'm sure Logan's making $20 to $30 to $50 million anyway, so it's good. But more importantly, at the end of the fight, I thought that Logan's speech was so aspirational and inspirational. Anything you want to do, you can do, and I did it, and that was a great message for people, and it seems like he's really grown up and grasped who he is, and he has a great positive message, because most of the Paul messages were not positive.
You know who doesn't, though?
His brother?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because I know that was a big deal, too, before the fight with the gotcha hat thing. I mean...
Well, which I also think is fake.
You thought, how was that fake? He did get his hat.
Yeah, but you want to hear my story on that? I've been in this business too long.
Yeah.
He would have gotten killed if he really did that. If you really, really did that with all the bodyguards and all the people, he would have had the crap just beaten the fuck out of him. He would have not been able to stand. You don't do that. You just don't do that. Unless, and this is why, I was talking to your mom yesterday, and he said, well, why is people paying so much to see to see. It's Logan. To see a YouTuber, somebody from the younger generation, their people, somebody who speaks for them, to take this world stage, I believe that Logan had as much to do with the size of the audience as Mayweather did.
I think more.
Maybe.
I wouldn't have watched it otherwise.
Yeah, that's
just being honest. Yeah.
Okay, so in order to do that, he and his brother are the kings of clickbait, of being able to do things. I think that was a pre-planned stunt.
The gotcha hat?
Yeah, gotcha. And then that became viral, and he took the hat, and I just think...
And got a tattoo, and then made merchandise of gotcha hat.
Well, you're selling my side of the argument.
I'm not disagreeing. Well, I'm disagreeing that I think everyone was in on it. I think Jake Paul knew that he was going to do something.
I think Mayweather knew he was going to do something.
No. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it. I think it's all pretend, but it's great pretend entertainment. And that's where I am with this.
You know what this reminds me of? Can I tell you why I wouldn't have watched the fight if Logan Paul wasn't into it and wasn't in it, and I didn't even want to watch it this past weekend? Do you remember my only fight I ever went to?
So for those, I'm not...
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I will talk about it. I took my daughter. I love fights, so I would have watched this fight no matter who it is. I love fights. I'm not like Mackenzie. Even if I don't know who's fighting, I like that sport. I think it's a great, raw, traditional human sport. There's nothing raw than a fight, than a really good boxing match. So I thought, as a daddy-daughter, I would have a.
It wasn't just daddy-daughter. It wasn't just me. You took me, my younger sister, and my cousin Stephanie. So it was you and the
not
three.
Not our son, right? Not Alex.
No, the three young girls. It was like daddy and daughter, I guess, but with my cousin too.
We won't say where.
Okay.
I don't want to say. We took him to a venue here that has boxing on Friday nights. I said, "Come on, you'll see boxing. It doesn't have to be the world champion." I just love it. And I'll sit with you and I'll teach you about it. I'll show you what scores points. Anyway, the first fight comes out, and I'd like to expand upon it, but I feel real bad about it. I can't even say. You could say it.
The guy died. We watched the guy die.
And then all the girls were crying, and we went home. He got knocked out for good, and it was the most horrific thing.
That's what my dad took me to.
No. Now I'm going to go. Now they're going to call Child Protective Services.
So
can they take away a 36-year-old?
Since then, I've never wanted to watch fighting again.
I get
ever.
it. I get it.
I
took her to when you got nothing to do, and this goes out to any listener who's got daughters at home and figure, let's do a fun thing with the girls. Don't take them to a death.
I was interested in it and excited about it at first because I took karate. I was a black belt in karate, and so I was into sparring.
You still are. That doesn't go away.
I don't know if I could do anything with it anymore. I don't know if I remember, but
do you remember are they called katas?
My forms.
Forms.
Yeah.
Okay, karate. You did taekwondo.
I did taekwondo.
Yeah.
So
I got to tell you that speaking of taekwondo, I just spoke about you at America's Got Talent because we have one of the most amazing acts that I have seen, and we're in the midst of season 16 now on NBC. One of the best acts I've seen in my 12 years as a judge and 16 years on that show was a group of taekwondo. It doesn't sound like much, and I brought you up when I was judging them too. I said,
Did you say they weren't as good as I was?
Yeah, that's what I told you. I said, if you could just get to the level of Jacqueline Schultz, then you got a shot at this contest. No, I told them that I had been to a lot of events. You were quite a scrapper.
I was good.
I was at an event where you broke somebody's leg.
I broke a nose, I broke an arm, and I broke someone's leg once. Not on purpose, never on purpose, but during sparring matches.
Yeah, but then you also broke your own leg.
I broke my foot, and I was made to run a mile on my broken foot.
Not by your parents, not by us.
Not you guys,
no. No, by your sensei or whatever they call that.
Yeah, master.
But you had a master. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so wow. Okay. We're going to be having, today is a really good podcast, even though she forgot her laptop. We have a special guest coming in. in a couple of minutes, and they'll let me know when they're here. We're going to talk to, I'm a big fan of the whole Jackass thing. I've always been a fan of that.
You're a fan. I'm a fan. I feel like that's my generation. I still am so into Jackass. I was into the movies, into the show. I love everything about it and every single person on there.
It always just made me laugh. To me, that's better than, I don't know, I laughed harder at Jackass than at any stand-up comedian, any jokes. I don't know why that's, it's the new generation's Three Stooges.
Can you watch it though? Could you watch, I loved it, but I was covering my eyes the whole time.
I find that if you cover your eyes, it's harder to see the show.
Yeah.
So I've never actually covered my eyes. I watched the whole show. Yeah. I've watched the movies. I know Johnny Knoxville. And today on our show, in a few minutes, Steve-O will be here. He's got a lot to talk about. They got a new movie coming out.
I heard.
Yes.
I'm excited.
There's a new movie with some new cast members. He's getting married. I just saw him at JFL. Look, he looks like he's in good shape.
Does he? Is that a penis tattoo on his chest?
Well, you can ask him about that. We're looking at a picture. I think it was a penis, and then he tried to disguise the penis with a triangle.
I think he has a lot of tattoos that he got from the show as like dares and stuff.
Yeah, I know,
too.
Because your brother does that with the people that he works with. Seth and Kyle, who are here, have bizarre tattoos on them with your brother's name on it. They do that's kind of a dare. Your mother once dared me to get a flesh-colored tattoo of my own face on my head, which I did. You can't tell.
Oh yeah, that back one was, I think, part of the
really?
show too. Yeah. Do you remember what I wanted did we talk about this? What I wanted my tattoo to be? I don't have any tattoos, but if
I think we did talk about it, but go ahead. We can mention it again.
If I were to get a tattoo, the only tattoo I would want would be a camel on my toe.
Get it?
No?
You don't get it?
I'm looking at the people in the back to see if any of them are smiling. No, I don't know if they get it or if it's just not good.
A camel toe.
Camel toe.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one's smiling. No one's looking. No one's laughing. Good thing I didn't get it. It would just be an inside joke.
Well, the thing about tattoos, and a lot of people here are tattooed, the question I have, the only reason that I would not ever get a tattoo, and this is the only reason, I kind of like the way they look. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I change my mind so often. Mm-hmm. Something I think is funny is only funny for 2 days. Something I think looks cool is only cool maybe for a year. So there is nothing that I could think of doing that would last forever on my body that I believe that I could look at in 10 years and think, wow, what a night that was.
I agree, because actually the first tattoo I was thinking about getting that I always said I wanted was in high school. And I am so glad I never went and got that tattoo, because I would have regretted it today.
What was it?
It was a hibiscus flower on my lower back.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
With tribal.
With tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something, at least that's unique. At least you came up with a unique idea that nobody has ever seen
And
before.
I used to say, because I love hibiscus flowers, it's my favorite flower.
That's why.
Yeah.
I love hibiscus so much, I want to put it just above my crack.
Yeah.
That's how much I love hibiscus.
Yeah.
So that when I poo, it smells like hibiscus.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. I've seen some, I like looking up online bad tattoos. Rich and I were traveling. Rich is my road manager here. Do you remember when we were on the road, there was this guy, and he was a roadie. He was not our roadie, but we'll play in the summer in the theaters outside, and then there's the road guy was doing the setting up the lights and everything. He wasn't, we were there for the sound check. He wasn't wearing a shirt. And we notice he's wearing jeans and kind of low-cut jeans. And out of the top of his jeans, we see this like a green cone tattoo coming off the top of his jeans. It looked like a green cone with a feather coming out of the side.
Oh, I already know what this.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
I do remember this, yeah.
And I said, I'm not looking, but it's there's this green hat with a feather. I go, what is that? He said, do you remember what he...
I do remember. You tell him.
Pinocchio. It was Pinocchio. And I was looking at the top of his hat. Anyway, without going into detail, he said, do you want to see him lie? And I went, no, I don't. But it was ridiculous. I love ridiculous tattoos, though. I like more than the ridiculous and the funny things that people have thought of. I love the mistakes because they're irreparable. What's the weirdest one you've ever seen? You could say, Rich. What's the weirdest one you ever saw?
But a lot of people spell regret
We
wrong.
can't hear you.
A lot of people spell regret wrong. But you're talking about tattoos. Seth's here right now. He just showed me on top of his leg
Yeah,
where he's got his friends just tattoo their name on his leg.
on the inside of his
On the
upper
front-
thigh.
Upper thigh, just their names randomly on his leg.
I
Really?
feel like we should go through Seth and Kyle's tattoos.
So Kyle, your friend is on your upper
It's Seth.
inner thigh.
It's
This one's Seth.
Seth.
I think your son's on there.
Really?
Yep. You want to see it?
Look at. I'm gonna open up my legs. Could you write your name? Could you write my name just even with my testicles?
Do you want to see it really fast?
Is there?
Seth.
Seth, show him that leg really fast, man.
No, come
Maybe
in
doesn't
where the
want-
camera is so the people who are watching on YouTube.
He's coming in.
Why did you do that, Seth? Why would you allow that? And do you regret
Like, do you
it?
regret it?
Yeah, that's
Tucker.
the question.
Okay.
I do it to show my friends that I love them. It's like a yearbook, but on my leg.
Isn't it bad luck though to
It's
get
not a
someone's
yearbook.
name tattooed on you? Like for
Only-
girlfriends,
Only
for
if you're sleeping with them.
oh,
Wait, you just said my son's name is on your inner thigh.
Which means we're not.
thank you
I
for
did a really
clarifying.
bad job.
Alex, talk about that's the ultimate friend zone.
I've never got given a
look at
tattoo
this.
before, so mine is the worst one.
Wait,
Actually,
come here.
Come sit there.
I don't think is there a camera pointing to those chairs so that people can see? Can you see him
All right.
if he showed his tattoos?
mine was the worst.
I
until
love that.
Jeremy did it.
And I'm not knocking you and I'm not being political. You will not get the vaccine, but you'll tattoo my son's name by your nuts.
I never claimed to be smart.
Did you get a shot? Yeah, it says Alex
Where?
by my nuts. Where's my
Can you
son's
show
name?
it?
Oh, okay, so
Oh my!
right here.
Do we have to stand up?
These were done last night.
Here, can
Last
you-
night.
Look, Seth.
These two.
Oh yeah, it's red. Who's that?
What is that? What does that say?
Oh my
JR and DR.
Alex's is so high up. Look
Alex!
how high, look how high up
Alex!
is.
Alex and Andrea's underneath. Yeah.
Andrea is further from your nuts than Alex's.
Alex
Why
is
is
the
my
closest-
son? It's bothering me that my son's
Him and
name
I are
is
two peas
6
in a
inches
pod.
from your nuts. What?
Said him and I are two peas in a pod.
Oh, nice.
Does P stand for penis?
It was a nuts joke.
Why?
Oh, in a
Peas are-
pot, two
Two
peas
peas
in a pod. Like
that
in a
nuts?
sack?
Why is that a nut
I
joke?
don't know.
It didn't
You said
work
it was
out.
close to his nuts. I said we're two peas in a pod.
No, I heard it. You're just reiterating. It was confusing. Then you explained it, and it stayed just as confusing.
Kyle said it's not confusing.
At what point in the evening did you say,
Can everybody line up and put your names
Well,
on my?
obviously he didn't regret it because those names were on there previously and then you just got 2 more last night. So are you just going to keep going?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's like
it's not cool.
a memory of
It's
everything.
It's like a cast when
And I
people
will say with your son's tattoo on me, at least it's not like Kyle's where it looks like they're dating with a heart.
Wait.
I think I'm gonna swap my spot for Kyle to come
Kyle. No, he could sit there too. You can both put the mic between you. Kyle.
Kyle sit on his lap.
Father's Day, just around the corner, my daughter.
Oh yeah, it is.
And you probably need a gift for your father. Do you have any ideas for Father's Day?
Yeah, I do. I was thinking Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0, and the Ultra Smooth package. What do you think? Want it for Father's Day?
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to buy me it. I already have it, and it's perfect. It's perfect for any dad in your life, complete with the grooming game. And you get 20% off and free shipping with the code Howie at manscaped.com.
The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is now available in the USA and Canada. And what makes this waterproof trimmer different from all the other trimmers, you may ask? This 7,000 RPM trimmer features skin-safe technology to keep your balls in check, Dad, and has helped reduce manscaping accidents
When you
around the
say
world.
ball, hey.
Yeah.
When you say balls in check, don't add dad to the end of that sentence, please.
All right, I'll keep going though. There's a new multifunction on-off switch that you can engage a travel lock created for jet setters. Ooh, that's perfect for you too, Dad. The Lawnmower 4.0 gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Mom will appreciate that, Dad. Additional guard lengths with size 1 through 4 to let you trim it to your liking. Wow, Dad, you're going to be great after Father's Day. Stop imagining your dad has it covered because you probably don't, Dad. Get this 20% off free shipping with the code Howie at manscaped.com. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Howie at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Howie. It's dad bod season. Time to get smooth, Dad.
I have trouble sleeping. And when I have trouble sleeping, I just have trouble. I'm having trouble telling this story because last night I didn't sleep well. But I understand this next sponsor has sent me something that's going to solve all my sleeping problems.
I have been using it. It's gravity blankets.
Did it work?
Oh my gosh. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm finally getting a good night's sleep, which is necessary for moms to do their momming every single day. So thank you, Gravity Blanket. Gravity Blanket is the top-rated weighted blanket that helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. It is a gem. The only blanket proven to improve sleep quality, with 78% of people reporting a better night's sleep when using Gravity Blanket.
I'm doing that tonight. I'm going to do it tonight. I cannot wait to do it tonight. Get me my blankie.
Well, it's not just blankies, actually, because Gravity also has an impeccable lineup of sleep products, including weighted eye masks and weighted robes designed to give you perfect night's rest. It promotes a deeper, more restorative sleep while decreasing your body's production of stress hormones, which I think we both need, Dad. Gravity blankets are now available in special technical cooling fabric as well as 100% cotton for summer. Approximately 60% of users reported Gravity helped reduce overall levels of stress. For the month of May, we're donating $10 for every blanket sold to the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. So Gravity Blanket is the only weighted blanket scientifically studied and proven to improve sleep quality and reduce stress. Start using it. Start using it tonight.
I'm not even going to wait for tonight. I'm going to go take a nap right after this with my Gravity Blanket.
Go to gravityblankets.com and check out the weighted blankets, the weighted sleep mask, and weighted robes. Use promo code Howie to get 20% off your purchase. That's gravityblankets.com and use code Howie to get 20% off the blanket that everyone is talking about.
Just sit right next to him, and you can use the mic can be between the two of you. Look at on above his knees. Start with that one. No, that one on the right there.
This one?
Yeah. See what that says?
It says name.
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 No, it's just generic name.
Well, a couple of reasons.
Okay. Go.
It's a good song by the Goo Goo Dolls, but more importantly, it's my name leg. Because I also have some names on my leg.
It's your name leg.
So you labeled it so nobody would tattoo the wrong leg.
Exactly.
Are you usually conscious when this is happening? Like, why are you concerned that they're going to make a mistake?
I don't think anyone's going to make a mistake except for me. My decisions are the mistake.
Show them the dog.
Let's see the dog.
Oh, I got a paraplegic dog.
Why?
Brie? What does it say?
It's a paraplegic dog.
It's a dog with 2 legs and a wheel. He also wrote bark under it. Everything's very...
Well, the dog is saying bark.
And then
we know where the bark comes from. We know where the bark comes from.
And then there's a heart above it
that says Brie.
That says Brie.
Yeah.
Explain.
Brie was one of the ones that did the paraplegic dog. She did the wheel.
Oh, it's her signature.
And then, 6 people did the dog.
6 people took to
including
make
myself.
That. Wow. A lot of work, a lot of effort went into it. We were 2 years ago. I was in Italy at the Sistine Chapel, and I was looking at the art on the
ceiling.
Yeah, and all the Picassos. So I'm really into art now, and that's why when I see your dog, paraplegic dog, with Brie and bark on it, I can appreciate art.
Oh no, you have my favorite tattoo. Is it
that?
your squid or your octopus that there's a penis?
There's a penis there, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Penis?
Wait a second. First of all, what?
I don't think that was on purpose. That wasn't on purpose, right?
Apparently not. The artist said it wasn't, but it's clearly a penis.
And you didn't know that?
My brother noticed it.
Your brother noticed your penis on your arm.
How long after you got it?
I don't know, a month maybe?
Yeah.
You didn't. Go ahead.
I think Kyle needs to show the viewers his Alex Mandel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at the font you chose for my son.
It's so pretty. And
That's so weird that you're on. My son is on Kyle's ankle, and Seth's inner thigh. My son is.
And
everywhere.
How long were you guys friends before getting that?
Oh, that one? I don't know. Like,
I think that's 2 years before you met him.
maybe it was.
I think 2 years before you met him, you had Alex Mandel put on your. Is there any tattoo either of you has that you regret?
Not yet. No.
Well, will you let us know before the end of this podcast if that comes up? If any regret comes up before the end of the podcast, will you let us know?
Yeah, I can do that.
What's the craziest, what question do I want to ask? Kyle's got amazing stories. He may not want to tell them all.
Well,
is there a story I should ask? Go ahead.
I wanted to say that, yes, we should talk to Kyle too, but we're having Steve-O in, and I know that Seth was inspired by Steve-O earlier in his life with his YouTube. Was it YouTube videos?
Seth was on, I saw him on the Dr. Phil show. And he was, I think that was even before Jackass, wasn't it?
No, Jackass has been around for a long time, ever since I was like in middle school watching
So was that your inspiration for jumping off roofs and doing crazy YouTube videos?
Oh, yeah, of course. As every kid on YouTube back then.
Oh, he can walk in. Look who's here.
I don't know if we could fit everyone.
Well, there's 3 seats.
Okay.
Steve-O is here, and he brought a box with him.
Howdy.
Hi, we're looking at tattoos. Steve, you're going to be jealous. Wait till you see. Let Kyle sit in the end. Let him go in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a Steve-O sandwich.
Do you know what these seats are for from Steve-O?
They look like they're from a movie theater.
They're from a theater. They're from a studio. Those were the front row seats at the Johnny Carson show.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, when the Johnny Carson show was on, it was in Burbank, and then they moved the mic near him, and you can give him the headsets. I'm noticing you're also tatted up. I knew that, but we're going over their tattoos. They have.
I'm also now a tattoo artist.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Do you want to show? You want to be impressed? Are you really an artist?
Yeah, I've been. I'm a licensed. I'm still doing an apprenticeship, but yeah, I'm pretty prolific.
Do you have any equipment here to draw?
I don't have any equipment, but you want to see a tattoo?
I know that one.
Oh wow! Face the camera. Face the camera.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And you were able to do that on your own back by yourself. To be the artist and to be able to take you. How did you? I guess you used a mirror.
That one was done by a guy named Jack Rudy.
Is he well known in the world?
Jack Rudy, he's pretty well known, yeah.
Do you know Jack Rudy, Seth?
No.
No.
I know that tattoo.
These guys are.
Do you know Kyle? Do you know Jack Rudy?
I can't say I do.
They don't go to famous tattoo artists.
No,
they
they
do
just
it themselves, and they have Brie.
Do you have a tattoo that you're embarrassed of?
God, there's a terrible tattoo story. I have a really bad. And I'll just tell it.
Go ahead.
Long time ago, I arrived at the conclusion that I do not want to have kids. No interest whatsoever.
This is going to lead into a tattoo story?
You bet.
Why don't you want to have kids?
And
I'm glad that you came on a podcast with a guy and his daughter to explain. Now you're going to see.
Who also has kids.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. No, they can.
And I will get to the point here. One night I was drinking heavily with some friends. And
That's better than alone.
Right. And I thought, I'll get a tattoo maybe of a baby with the circle and the slash. Like no babies.
No babies.
No babies.
Like the opposite of baby on board. The no
Exactly.
babies.
Right.
I get it. Well, that makes sense.
Right.
Because you made the decision.
But we kept drinking, kept drinking. But then I thought,
That would be a great logo for a condom company.
right,
No.
right.
Don't you think so?
But then the idea quickly changed the more we drank into just a tattoo that says "fuck babies," right? But I figured that I was already kind of word heavy. You know, at the time I had shit and fuck tattooed on my knuckles. I've since gotten that lasered off.
That works, the laser, the removal.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the sad truth is that by the time I made it to the tattoo parlor that night, I ended up getting a tattoo of a guy fucking a baby.
No.
I said, yeah. It was, and in my defense,
No, there isn't any. So, where is this tattoo? It's on my dick. It's on his penis. He puts a baby just on the end of his penis. The head of your penis is a baby face going, wow! So it looks like it's going right into the back.
There is no defense. It was awful, man. That was a bad
Where is
one.
it?
It was right here, and then what happened was I showed it to my buddy Bam. I was like, dude, this is awful, man. I gotta I went.
I know when you're in trouble and you think there's something off and you really want to straighten out your life. Who do you go to?
Right. I knew it was a mistake by the time I left the tattoo parlor.
Wow.
Because
it just clicked like that.
dude, right. Yeah.
After how many hours does it take to
it was
create
pretty-
a baby, fucking a baby? How long does that take?
It was a pretty quick
Quick
thing.
meaning what? Just give me an idea. I don't have a tattoo.
I'm going to say about an hour, maybe
Okay.
not even. Less than an hour, maybe.
Less than an hour. So within 55 minutes, within
Right.
almost an
Well-
hour, you were sure that fucking a baby is not.
Right. The moment when it really came clear was when I came out of the tattoo parlor. I'm standing on the sidewalk right outside of the joint.
Yeah.
And there was a couple walking down the street.
With a baby?
No, but they were very excited to recognize me. Oh, Steve-O, you could see them.
Right.
They lit up. They came to meet me.
Right.
And I sort of proudly showed them my arm where I had this fresh new tattoo. So check out my new tattoo. And the look of absolute horror on their face spoke volumes. And I knew, okay, I've crossed the line here. This is not fun or funny. And
How long did you have to hold on to that before you changed it?
I lasted less than a month.
That's like, so only like 27 days of fucking a baby.
Well, right.
That's what I want to call this episode of the podcast.
Dad.
27 days of fucking the baby with
Dad.
Steve-O.
What?
Did I cross the line? No, I didn't.
Let him cross the line himself, Dad.
Go ahead.
Right. So I mean, this was back in 2006.
Oh, so that's when things were different. That's way before the Me Too movement or
Right.
any of the.
It was-
That's when it was okay to fuck a baby.
I don't know
I
that-
get it.
I don't even know that was okay then, but it was back in 2006, and we were filming. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
it was
my
really-
god.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And you really look in this picture that we're looking at, and you'll see it if you.
It's
if you
not a
watch it.
flattering picture. It
No, but it's
doesn't,
not only that. That is not the face of regret.
At the time, at that time, I'm sure I was really on drugs and drunk. Who knows what
That's
was going
you
on
looking
in
at the
that-
lovely young couple who just look what I got.
Who knows what state of mind I was in when that photo was taken. But it was while we were filming Jackass #2, our second theatrical Jackass release. And we were filming in India right after I got this tattoo. And
that's
all
good.
the scenes that were shot in India, I had a bandana tied around my arm. So even for
Because you didn't want to offend the people of India?
I just didn't even want it, you know. So if you see in Jackass #2, like I've got a bandana tied around my arm while I'm in India to cover it up, and that was what kind of held up the process of me addressing it. As soon as we got back, I went into a tattoo parlor and just went over it myself. I turned the baby into a black blob, and it was my buddy Bam who saw that, and he said, "Dude, you should turn that blob into an ostrich."
Oh wow! Wow!
So I turned the baby into an ostrich, and it went from like fucking a baby to fucking an ostrich, which
is acceptable.
Right. So now I've got the guy in the ostrich riding a motorcycle.
When did you stop fucking it? when it rode away on the bike.
Yeah, they're riding the motorcycle.
But isn't that dangerous? I'm noticing that the ostrich on the motorcycle doesn't have a helmet.
It's a quality problem.
You're talking about the new movie. There's a new movie coming out now.
There is, yeah. We've got.
When's that opening?
It's scheduled for October 22nd.
And how was that fun getting back together? Because this is the longest
hiatus,
span.
Yeah, the longest hiatus. It was 4 years between each of the other movies, and now it's been 11 years.
And now I'm going to ask you a serious question because I have a concern. I taught. Well, there it is. Jackass. Joe Russo is directed by Sam Hargrave. Did he direct the others?
That is not correct. It's directed by Jeff Tremaine, and there is no screenplay.
Okay. Well, Mackenzie doesn't follow social media, so she'll have a tendency to just put up things that don't matter. Anyway, she didn't know who Logan Paul was. Did you watch the fight?
I didn't have the heart to pay for it, so I just kind of got like I was.
No, but you had the heart to pay for a guy to draw you fucking a baby. But I didn't want to pay for a Logan Paul Mayweather fight.
I didn't pay for that either.
You paid for it.
And I did pay for it.
Dearly.
You know, what was crazy was that it came and went at the time, and I felt like I covered it up, this and that. Like I kind of went on with my life. I ended up, getting clean and sober in 2008.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you for
That's
that.
wonderful.
I appreciate that. But it was 12 years after getting this baby tattoo when all of a sudden it surfaced with a vengeance, and there was like a really concerted effort online to like just destroy me over this tattoo that I had gotten a long time ago. And it was a pretty intense and upsetting ordeal. I don't know what to say other than like.
Well, even the fact that you kind of realize how.
Sure. I mean, I realized it back then.
Well, it's a good thing you got sober.
Yeah.
Look what alcohol didn't help you with decisions.
It didn't help me with
because
decisions.
These two guys, Seth and Kyle, they make decisions on tattoos, but they're sober when they make them, and they're the most ridiculous things. My son's name is on his inner thigh and his ankle.
That's great.
It is great.
Good. How long have you been doing the podcast for?
20, 25 minutes.
Nice.
This episode.
Yeah. How many episodes
Since
are you
April.
in?
Since
Good.
April, we just started. But I'm so thrilled that you're here. I wanted to, we'll talk more about the movie and things like that, but you alluded to something, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. But
happy to talk about whatever, my man.
Okay, because I'm a proponent of, mental health.
Sure.
And, I talk about my own struggles, and
Of
you
course.
just talked about getting clean and,
Sure.
and that. Bam.
Yeah.
I worry about that guy. That guy is... You're not in touch with him right now, are you?
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, I've been in such very close contact with him that it's crazy. It's just, it's a difficult situation.
What is the situation? Is it a mental health? Is it substance abuse? What is it?
He's got well-documented issues with substance abuse, and I think that there's another layer of mental health, it's sort of each exacerbating the other. Like these issues are compounding.
And what is it? Where?
I know that when I got sober, I was diagnosed as bipolar, and I was given all kinds of bipolar medications. And, fortunately, over the course of the subsequent years, it all kind of mellowed out. And I'm hopeful that would be the case for Bam if he were to really address the chemical dependency.
So he hasn't addressed that yet. So he's still in a dangerous...
He's... I think that things have come to a head as of late, and
Why?
it's.
What do you think?
Well, I just know that there's been some activity. I think he actually might be as we speak getting into a treatment center. I can't confirm this. I don't know, but I know that.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
The last time I spoke with Bam was via text message about a week or two ago, and he's been the last couple weeks have been particularly colorful for him.
What does that mean?
Colorful, like in sort of there's been escapades and intervention, like travel. He's AWOL. He's
That intervention, is it a forced intervention? Or
there's been many of them, yeah.
But in the last week there was one.
And there was another one in the last week.
And you feel like he's in a place right now where he's on the right track?
I think that as I said, things have come to a head, and I do believe that that the latest concerted effort to intervene has been sort of focused on creating a sort of a legal layer to it, which would require a certain amount of treatment.
Is he surrounded by good people who can take? What is it, his parent?
I mean, there's been a great deal of enabling that's gone on.
Well, that's usually the problem with everybody. So
exactly.
what I'm saying is, do you feel like he's surrounded by the right people who can send him in the right direction?
I've been in super close contact with his family, with his wife, with his mom, and I got to say that after such years of just feeling like, I want to just grab them by the shoulders, shake them like you're, like contributing to the problem. And really, I feel like they've come to a place where they're kind of understanding, like,
What about the fact that he wasn't in this latest movie? Is that?
I mean, that one, I think that everything that we've seen in the media regarding Bam and his exclusion from the movie, which, by the way, he's the only person to announce that. Like that was, and it was.
People who watch the movie will be able to tell he's not in it.
They will. But everything that we've seen in the media with regards to that has sort of demonstrated why he couldn't be in the movie, if that makes any sense.
Sure, it does.
I mean, the way that he's been conducting himself, sort of precluded his involvement.
So that's what people don't realize, and that's why I love you and I love the movies, is because, for the most part, you make it look like just a bunch of guys chaotically making their way through. But what people don't know, it's a whole production, and a lot of money goes into it, and it's all really planned and executed, in a way where it's a real business.
It is. And thank you for the kind words. And also, I think that it's Jackass as a franchise. I mean, it's changed so much over the years. In the beginning, it quite literally was just us running around with video cameras, and beginning at a time where we weren't even really cognizant of release forms and such, like we went from just a shoestring, like just guys with cameras, we would laugh and then we got it. And over the years, it's become like a bigger thing, like productions got bigger, budgets got bigger, like everything got slower. You would think that being on the set of a Jackass movie was just like crazy fun, but it's actually so just painfully slow.
Well, absolutely. What people don't realize is even if those things happened by happenstance, there's no way to ensure that they're going to be captured.
Right.
So the plan has to be, this is going to happen here. I'm going to run over to here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to need a camera here. You're going to have to slide. You better grab it from this angle and many angles so that, because I'm not going to do this 100 times.
There are certain things that are one and done, and there are a lot of things that, like the directors, you got to do it again. And it's like, oh.
But even one and done would take hours to set it up.
Absolutely.
OMG, I got to go. You got to go. On the next Howie Mandel Does Stuff, Steve-O's still here doing this stuff.
This is crazy.
You always say this. Fuck the babies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
This is what we have coming up. He's gonna prank.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
He was gonna cry.
I'm gonna be shocked.
So you talk about skydiving and jerking off. Are you mortified about that?
No.
So what?
I'm gonna be in awe on the next Howie Mandel Does Stuff.
And if you don't want to miss the rest of Steve-O, then make sure that you check us out wherever you listen to podcasts. You can like, you can subscribe, you can rate, you can review, and you can check us out on YouTube and subscribe there.